Alright, now I'm annoyed because I just did a replay and I literally have no idea how I messed up the recording. But anyways, well, hello there, welcome back to another Pokemon Master video. Today I'm going to be talking about Ghost Tower 430. Alright, I'm not going to be completing it. I will show a replay where I pause it and unpause it about how to clear it. But it's a replay, so I don't know how accurate it's going to be. And yeah, I just want to talk about it because I've been tackling floor 30. You know, I do floor 21 and 29 with the intention of, you know, having the team for floor 30, and I cannot complete it, and I am puzzled, and I am making this video to kind of talk about my process of floor 30, and maybe someone can help me here. Again, mainly I record these videos as a way to show my progress through the content, right? I want to show the journey, and you know, this is part of the journey that I want to show. You know, it's nice that I show clears and how to do clears and what teams to use, but at the end of the day, I'm not really trying to be like a guide, right? I'm not trying to be the guide. I'm trying to use cheap teams, but I'm not using the cheapest teams for sure. But you know, mainly I do these videos as to just talk about like my progress and what's going on, right? But just in short, this is going to be a Vololess clear. I'm trying to go for a Vololess clear without EX Ghost Zone or Volo and Giratina. But that requires you to have a very particular team. This replay I'm about to show is the only replay that I've seen in the in-game replay feature that is a floor 30 clear without using Volo. And so I had the character, so I wanted to tackle it here. And I was able to, you know, successfully do floors 21 to 29 without needing to invest higher than this team. And so I thought that I could have done 430 if I copied this replay. But when I do the replay, or I'm going to show the replay now, when I've attempted this, I noticed that I am significantly behind in damage. I don't know why I'm so behind in damage, but I noticed that I do like 100,000 less damage with the exact same setup. So I'm really confused about what I'm missing when it comes to the damage. And so I'm just gonna show the replay here, and maybe you guys can figure it out for me. I'm still trying to figure it out. Maybe I just need to give it more attempts. I even had a run which I'm gonna show later as well, where I actually had more potential damage. Like instead of having 8 special up next effect, I actually had plus 10 special up next effect, and I didn't even do more damage than they did, which is like so puzzling to me. How can they do this much damage? So simply put, this run relies on using Variety Cynthia for a lot of damage and flinching, right? The RNG with this fight is that you need to have the opening Astonish, flinch the Suicune, and then after that you need never give up on Fatina to refresh twice. You need it to not refresh once, but twice. If it refreshes 3 or 2 times, that means that you have max defense going into the fight. Max defense is important because if you don't have max defense, you will get knocked out by Suicune pretty early. You also need to fully raise your special attack so that Variety Cynthia can do maximum damage without needing to use her trainer move, because you want to save that trainer move in the middle of the fight to accelerate the sync move countdown before you do most of your damage, right? So this run is pretty complicated, I'll be honest. Like it's a lot of flinch timing. You need to be careful not to accidentally flinch with Astonish on your Dusknoir. You need to make sure your Evil Spirit Shadow Ball timings with your Variety Cynthia is on point so that you flinch everybody at the right timing. And then later on in the fight, you need to make sure that you stop attacking with Variety Cynthia so that you can build up the special up next effect. And the special up next effect you can stack pretty high with this team, especially if your Ghost Wish refreshes. Here, this model replay, their Ghost Wish did not refresh, and so they only got plus 8 special up next effect. But in my second run, I got Ghost Wish to refresh, which meant that I had plus 10 special up next effect. So 2 more than this replay. Despite that, I did like 10,000 less damage than they did. So again, I'm not sure how they can do so much damage compared to me. It's really puzzling. Here they use Sinnoh Circle here, which is nice because it reduces damage on Dusknoir. It applies that special up next effect on your Spiritomb, right? And you don't need to use Astonish to accidentally flinch somebody. Here, after Variety Cynthia sync moves for the second time in the fight, you're going to use her trainer move to reduce the sync move countdown. You're going to use Will-O-Wisp to avoid attacking with her, and then on Renegade Cynthia, you're going to be like pressing Ghost Wish and even summoning Ghost Zone with her sync move, so that you stack that special up next effect like I mentioned, right? So it's really particular what you want to do here. But if you have the right timing, you'll be able to sync with Cynthia. Here it's super important that you get all crits, right? You'll lose a lot of damage if you don't crit. And so you want Cynthia here to crit everybody, because you want to maximize the amount of damage you do. And you also want to knock out the side Pokemon with your Variety Cynthia. Here you're also going to summon Sinnoh Circle again just to get that special up next effect bonus 2 more times on the Variety Cynthia. Here they're going to use Evil Shadow Ball. It's a perfect timing because not only should it knock out the side Pokemon, but it also flinches the Suicune, which means that you can be able to use extra attacks with your Renegade Cynthia and even your Fantina here. As you see here, sorry, I haven't showed the replay in full screen. As you see here, they're doing close to 500,000 damage on that Lugia. More importantly, they knock out the Lugia and Cynthia. So it's not important really how much damage they do on the Suicune. Or I'm sorry, it's not important how much damage they do on the Celebi and the Lugia. They just want to knock them out at this timing, just because you don't want the Lugia or Celebi to attack. You kind of want a Suicune to use Giga Impact on your Fantina, because if they use Giga Impact on your Fantina, Sinnoh Circle is still up and you'll actually be able to tank it. Otherwise, the other Pokemon will attack, and then Suicune will attack with Giga Impact, and at that point, Sinnoh Circle will run out and will knock out your Fantina. So it's important that you knock out the side Pokemon with this timing, right? And you see, they're doing 45,000 damage. I'm sorry, 450,000 damage on Suicune. In my replay with the exact same setup, I'm pretty sure I have the exact same setup. Again, Ghost Circle up. I'm sorry, Ghost Zone up. Sinnoh Circle up. Plus 8 in my special up next effect. You know, the same sync grid tiles unlocked, the same levels, the same lucky skill, the same amount of sync move buffs, the same timing. Everything seems the same unless I'm missing something, right? I do 100,000 less damage. With this exact setup, I do 100,000 less damage. And I'm confused on how I can do so much less damage. You know, when I copy all those other model runs, I always do very similar damage. Obviously, I might be doing a little bit more, a little bit less than the model runs that I follow. But like, I'm never doing like 20% less damage. But on this run, I am doing like, again, 350,000 damage instead of 450,000 damage. Like, that's a lot of difference when it comes to the damage, and I don't know where that's coming from. Even funnier is I have a second run that I did in which I refreshed Ghost Wish on Cynthia. In this fight, they actually kind of got unlucky and they didn't get Ghost Wish refresh. But on my second fight, I got Ghost Wish refresh on Cynthia, on Renegade Cynthia. I'm like, okay, this has to be it. Because when you get that refresh, you basically, you get 2 more special up next effect on your Variety Cynthia, which means that she stacks to 10 special up next effect. And I'm like, okay, surely if I have plus 10 special up next effect, I'll be doing significantly more damage than what you see on the screen right now. But no, funny enough, even with plus 10 special up next effect, I am doing like 10,000 less damage than what they're doing with plus 8 special up next effect. And the kicker is I don't even knock out their Lugia and Celebi in that second run. Even with plus 10 special up next effect, which is 2 more than the replay that you're watching right now, I don't even knock out the side Pokemon. Because my Renegade Cynthia is doing a little bit less damage, and my Variety Cynthia is doing a lot less damage. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and show the rest of this fight just for you to have a full Ghost Tower Floor 30 replay. Because at this point, they're just going to use Shadow Force to take advantage of their physical up next effect, because they have 8 right now. And get, take advantage of Ghost Wish and Sinnoh Circle. And at this point, like I said, this Giga Impact is perfect because it actually hits when the physical circle is still or when the Sinnoh Circle is still up. So that's why it's important to knock out the side Pokemon, so that you immediately take that Giga Impact instead of taking it right now, right? So I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. Again, I'll show the 2 replays that I did, and yeah, I mean, like, there's a few things I'm going to talk about at the end of the video, but I'm just going to show those 2 runs. Again, I played the runs in slow motion just because it's a pretty complicated sequencing, and so I wanted to play slow motion, and because it's so hard to get that RNG at the beginning of the fight, I just wanted to take my time for the rest of the fight. Here, it's important that your Variety Cynthia doesn't get crit, because if your Variety Cynthia gets crit, you're probably going to lose the fight, because you need that little bit of extra damage to finish the fight. While Suicune will get trapped and will get burned, it's not enough damage to knock out, and so you need that little bit of extra damage with a Variety Cynthia that's still alive, right? And then that fight's done. So here I'm going to show you my 2 runs, which I have basically the exact same sequencing, but I just don't do enough damage, alright? So I'll show those 2 runs, so maybe you guys can help figure out why I can't do this. Oh, I've been burping this run, so this is the run, it'll be awkward. I need practice, so even if I only refresh and never give up once, I'm still just gonna have to keep on doing the run, just simply because I need practice with these runs. I've been messing. Oh my gosh, I've been messing up. Okay, this is. I need practice, so we're just gonna continue this run, even if never give up doesn't optimally refresh all the times I want it to. Alright, so first sync is with Variety Cynthia. Alright, just need to remember sequencing here. Oh my gosh, it refreshed again? Oh, it's perfect. I need to not mess this up. Oh gosh, I need to not mess this up. Okay, I think after the first sync move, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is it. This is the first time the opening sequence has been perfect, but I can't mess it up. I don't have much practice with this run just because I never go deep. So, okay, scary. Never refreshes again. That'll be funny. Nope. Okay, yeah, this is okay. And then the second sync move is with Giratina, and then that's when I flinch again. Okay. I have it. I have literally everything written out. I just need to not get unlucky here. Yeah, I think this is all normal. I think I attack with Celebi here. I should be astonishing earlier, but it's okay. Yep. Okay, and then lower defense is nice. What do I do here? I sync with Giratina, Ghost Wish, and then we summon our circle. We don't summon our circle, we summon the thing. So we do this, go circle and flinch, and then this is awkward because I think I want Shadow Force here. Okay. Make sure everything is perfect because it's not often that I get the perfect opening sequence. Yeah, we're just gonna astonish. Doesn't matter where I astonish. I should probably target Suicune again. Doesn't matter really. Doesn't even matter if I get Sing Move Cheese in because we're gonna flinch. Okay, Cynthia Shadow Forces Suicune, which is awkward, but that's what they did. I think I'm gonna do that just to maximize damage. Cynthia here, I just hex, hopefully get it in because sometimes the flinch recovers incredibly quickly. And get another astonishing. I did. Okay, perfect. So here, another reason why I wanted a Shadow Force so I can dodge the surf. Here, we're gonna hex Signal Solidarity. Okay. And then we are gonna Shadow Ball. Is weird because normally I would just immediately sync, but I'll Shadow Ball here, I think, for extra damage. And then sync with Variety Cynthia here. Okay. Giratina, she's just going to astonish. Okay. Here, I'm gonna do Ghost Wish after my sync move. And then we're gonna go to the ending sequence here. Oh, my character is so low HP, but I think I can survive I can flinch. Okay, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm freaking out, I'm freaking out. Okay, I need to sync. No, I need a ghost wish. Okay. Oh, the sequencing, guys. It's too hard. I need to go slow-mo. Okay. We are gonna trainer move on Cynthia. I need to make sure this is perfect sequencing right now. Literally perfect. Alright. Mini potion all. Let's get it in. Mini potion all. And now Renegade Cynthia is gonna Shadow Ball, then I use Will-O-Wisp, but then I Astonish the Celebi. Okay. So we do this. Oh gosh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do again? I forgot. Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball. I'm going to target. I should target early. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Now I sync with Renegade Cynthia. This is where I messed up last time. I didn't sync with Renegade Cynthia. That run wasn't technically perfect, but okay. Gosh, okay. Sync with Renegade Cynthia, then Solidarity, and then Evo. Okay. Dude, I wish I can play slower. Okay. Okay. Let's take a chill pill. After this, I'm gonna Shadow Ball, Mini Potion. Okay. God, guys, the misery of this run. Hopefully Lugia gets knocked out. It does require me to get a crit with Renegade Cynthia here, which is, I mean, what are the chances? I don't know. Chances should be like decent. I didn't crit the Lugia. I didn't crit the Suicune. Oh gosh. Shadow Ball and then Mini Potion all with Giratina. I didn't crit the Suicune. I think it's over. I don't think I do enough damage. We'll keep going though. We'll keep going. We'll see. This Lugia should get. Lugia doesn't even get knocked out. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is kind of over. Lugia doesn't even get knocked out. How did they do so much damage in their run? And now since I use Shadow Force, I'm not gonna get the sync move in on good timing. Oh gosh. Giga Impact might knock me out too. Yeah, I get knocked out. It was the perfect, but I didn't do enough damage on the side Pokemon. Was I missing something? Yeah, crazy. I didn't do enough damage on a side Pokemon. Okay, well. Don't like getting Shadow Force out early, but I didn't die to crit. I mean, there's no way I can survive this Suicune. Yeah, there's just no way, huh? Die. Giga Impact gonna be used here. Yeah. Oh, man, I didn't do enough damage. I need to rewatch. I need to rewatch that. Okay, we got the opening flinch, and now I just need never give up to reset 2 times. Is that too much to ask? For it to reset 2 times? Oh gosh, I refreshed once. Okay, this I'm gonna have to leave this as a practice run just because I need practice with this run, and I've been not getting I'm not getting these runs, very many of these runs in, so that's why I need practice. So even if I don't get the second refresh, it's okay. Just because I need a... Oh my gosh, I got the second refresh. Oh gosh, it's happening. Okay. I had one of these runs before, and I didn't die to the second sync too. Which is like in crazy luck. The problem is, I just don't end up doing enough damage, which is a major problem. I can kind of fast forward it here, because the sequencing here is pretty easy. Not really doing much. Got refreshed again, actually, that's crazy. Not really doing much here. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. Okay, I can slow this down now. I sync with Giratina and then Ghost Wish and Evil. So I should be dodging the third move here. Alright, so Giratina, Ghost Wish. If Ghost Wish gets a refresh here, that's kind of what we're hoping for. And I'm gonna Astonish, hopefully get the Astonish. Well, I need double Astonish here, so I need Astonish after the flinch. With Renegade Cynthia, I think I Shadow Force. It's awkward because I kind of want to dodge that Surf that Lugia will be using. Okay. Hopefully I can get Astonish in here. I did, perfect, okay. So here, Hex and then Sinnoh Solidarity. Hex, Sinnoh Solidarity here. I didn't get the Ghost Wish refresh, unfortunately. And then it's awkward because normally I would sync, but I'm actually going to use Shadow Ball for extra chip damage because the sequencing is okay. So we're gonna Shadow Ball and then sync, which is weird. You don't normally see this that much. And then we're gonna Astonish. The reason why we sync or we Shadow Ball is because we're gonna use 2 Fun to End anyways, which reduces the single countdown. Alright, here we're gonna Ghost Wish, and honestly, this is the part where I could get a Ghost Wish refresh and double Ghost Wish. If I get double Ghost Wish here, it will significantly increase my Evil Spirit Shadow Ball damage. So we're gonna hope for a refresh here. So we're gonna do that. And then Cynthia's trainer move here. Right. Cynthia's trainer move, reduce sync move countdown, and we're gonna mini potion also so we don't die. Okay. Please get Ghost Wish MP refresh. That would be major. I did get it. Holy moly, this might be it. I'm gonna do crazy Evil Spirit Shadow Ball damage. We're gonna try to hopefully not flinch that Celebi. Maybe I should have targeted the Suicune, I'm not sure. The idea is I killed the Celebi. So the flinching doesn't matter on the Celebi. Oh my gosh, look at that special up next effect increase. Okay, so we're gonna do... I did flinch the Celebi. That... We're gonna do that. And then hopefully this clears. I need all flinch... or need all crits on Cynthia here. Need all crits on Cynthia. I need to knock out that Lugia. Come on, get all crits here. Get all crits. Yes! Yes! Okay, I need to pause because I need to think about what I'm gonna do. Okay. Renegade Cynthia, I think I want to Shadow Ball and then dodge the upcoming Surf. Which... Okay, so Shadow Ball. And Giratina here, I think I want to use Mini Potion All. This is it. This Shadow Ball is gonna do a lot of damage here. I needed to knock out the Lugia ideally. Oh my gosh, it didn't knock out the Lugia. Celebi might attack next. Go! Use Hex! Oh! Hex knocks out. Hopefully it knocks out the Celebi here. I don't know what to do here. We're gonna fast forward now because at this point it doesn't matter. Oh! This Giga Impact is gonna knock out my Dusknoir, unfortunately. Okay, well we just need to stall for time here. Oh, if I get knocked out to this sync move. Oh gosh. Yeah, I just need to not get crit by the sync move, which is might happen. But Ghost Zone is gone, so can they be flinched? Oh, they can't be flinched. Maybe I used that too early. Oh, I just got crit. Oh man, so close. I just don't do enough damage. Oh, that was like the luckiest I can get, and it didn't do enough damage. So I don't know what I'm missing. Alright, so you guys have seen the 2 runs, right? That second run was pretty close, but again, I just couldn't get there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Here's the team that I'm using, right? And then comparing the sync grids, the sync grids should be the same. You know, the lucky skill should be the same. At this point, I am like full investment. I cannot invest in my characters any more than they already have been invested in. Yes, I could try to RNG Critical Strike 3, but like there's no way I can rely on Critical Strike 3. I mean, there's just no way you can rely on getting the cookies that you need and then getting Critical Strike 3. Like I've definitely gotten a few. I think I've gotten 1 Spiritomb candy cookie, but it didn't turn into Critical Strike 3. So like again, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The exact same sync grids, the exact same lucky skills. There's just no way I can increase her damage. Like just no way besides Critical Strike 3, right? Giratina should be the same way. She's not really important in doing that. I actually have a little bit of a different sync grid than the other person, because they had normal guard, which doesn't work, and so I have different lucky skills, or different passive, which I don't think makes a difference, right? But like the only thing I can think of, there's 2 possibilities that I can think of why they're doing so much more damage than I am. One of them is gear, right? And I'm looking at my gear, you might be like, okay, well, I mean, maybe there's your problem. You don't have like 80 plus attack on your Renegade Cynthia, so that's why she's doing a little bit less damage, which is fair. You know what? Sure. Maybe my Renegade Cynthia isn't doing as much damage because I don't have plus 80 attack. But like, look at my look at my Variety Cynthia. I do have plus 80, and I even have plus 10 on the pin. So I'm getting 90 plus special attack. And then look at the passives. I have oh, this first passive isn't even good. It's only 5%. So I have 5 plus 3 plus 2, so that's another 5 plus 8. So it's 5 plus 5 plus 8, which is 18%. So I have 18% extra normal move damage, right? I mean, even if they had, I mean, the max I think is 45. If you have like 5, for example, opponent burn, your move is plus 5. So if you had that times 3, then for each piece, that's 45. Like, that can't be it, right? There's no way they can have that much better gear. And even if they had that much better gear, it's not like it's going to do that much more damage, right? So that's the problem. It's like, I don't know how they're getting so much extra damage. Like, maybe it's gear. Maybe it's as simple as their gear is super overpowered compared to my gear, and that's why they're getting 100,000 more damage than I am. But is gear really gonna, it's like better gear than what I have right now really gonna give 100,000 extra damage? I'm not sure, right? Another thing I can think of is maybe that replay is a phony replay. It's rare that happens, but maybe that's like I don't want to accuse that person of cheating or anything, but maybe that was like just a phony replay, that like something is wrong that I can't see, you know, Pokemon Master does have phony replays. I don't think I mentioned this on Pasio Tower 400 clear video, but I thought about it because it was the first time I saw it in Psychic Tower. But sometimes there are clears that look too good to be true. So look at this clear, right? This clear has Penny, Gladion, and Lacey. So this is a team that I'm gonna use, but instead of Lacey at 2 out of 5 copies, I actually think I need to upgrade Lacey at 5 out of 5 copies. So looking at this replay, they have Lacey at 2 out of 5 copies, and I'm like, okay, that's super cheap clear. I want to see it. Because normally, look, Super Awaken, Super Awaken, Super Awaken, Super Awaken, Super Awaken. So having a clear that doesn't have Super Awaken is impressive, and this clear actually has Lacey at 2 out of 5 copies. But if you show it, like this replay is on right now, if you press it, it's fake because it disconnects. So, and honestly, looking at the run, it doesn't even look promising. So like, maybe I'm on iOS, or you know, maybe this replay doesn't work on iOS. That's the only thing I can think of, because sometimes replays don't work. They like disconnect in the middle of them, and so like, one, it could be like an iOS thing. Maybe it works better on Android, I'm thinking. But I just think it's a replay that doesn't work. Like, this person probably didn't clear that run, but for some reason they display it. Like, I think it's a phony replay. But like, that Ghost Tower replay can't be phony because you saw them complete it, right? Like, there was no disconnection in the middle of it. So like, I'm just so confused how they did so much more extra damage than I did. Like, that's the main thing. I don't know, and you know, I will give this a few more tries, right? Right now, unfortunately, I can't because I need to study for finals. But like, you know, eventually, Fatina, I'll be able to upgrade her at 3 out of 5 copies. And when I upgrade her at 3 out of 5 copies, right, this is for dodging blizzard freezing, but I don't think they actually use that much blizzards. But obviously, I can select the Sinnoh Circle MP refresh, maybe, right? There might be other tiles that I can select that might make the run a little bit easier. Astonish aggravation might be a little bit risky, but that might help the run, right? Mini potion all. So Fatina at 3 out of 5 copies might make the run a little bit easier, but at the end of the day, I had plus 10 special up next effect. If plus 10 special up next effect isn't enough to complete the run, I don't know what is. But yeah, just me ranting about Ghost Tower. I need to give it more attempts. Maybe there's just a little bit of RNG involved that I'm not aware of, but yeah. And then maybe I also need to change my gear, because I didn't realize that this bracelet is not even that good. It's not even that good, so maybe I need to change this. But anyways, that's enough of me rambling for Ghost Tower. I'm gonna give it a few more attempts, but I really need to study for finals because I haven't started, and I have a finals in like 2 days. Thank you for watching. You're beautiful the way you are. I appreciate you watching me ramble about Ghost Tower and my failed attempts. And yeah, hopefully I can get Ghost Tower completed soon. If not, definitely Fatina at 3 out of 5 copies will help. And if that doesn't help, then I might just have to wait for Volo or a good character. So thank you for watching, beautiful the way you are, and I'll catch you in the next video.